I always tell you guys, keep your records. Your records are important. That is me. This is Diana Ross and Larry Mado, and one of the ladies that came in to support the work for My Dress, My Choice. This is Lillian. Her name is Lillian.
Hello guys, it's your girl Patient Status. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscription box and put on the notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you know I'm the queen of one and gossip. So welcome to today's video. Don't forget to like and leave a comment in the comment section.
Is going to take a pen to tell my story. Now nobody is gonna take any platform to tell my story. That is my story. And I own it and I say it. It has to be from me. Nobody can try to describe or talk about my work but me. Nobody will put authenticity on anything that I have put my energy and resource on but myself. So I am here today to tell you my little story about my work in Kenya. Okay, before I say that, we need to tap tufike 20k. Hapo katikati pia naweza kumwaga chai moja ingine hapo, nilikuwa nafaa kumwaga on Sunday, but I am here purposefully to tell my story and also to rewrite the lies. Nimesema never ever allow anybody to tell your story. Don't allow anyone to tell your story. Your story is yours, it's your power, it is up to you to tell your story. Never allow anybody to take a pen to tell your story. Nimesema hivyo, and that is what I want to tell here today. There's been a lot of noise about the work that I'm doing in Kenya, or I have done in Kenya, or not done, or what work am I going to do, or what CBO does Diana have, or blah 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 fish cake. Now today I'm going to tell you what I did in Kenya and the work that I did in Kenya and I continue to do in Kenya, so that you get it. Just a snippet of what I have done. A little bit, because a lot of you think that we started talking about women's rights and activism on TikTok. That is not what happened. I started doing working with women in Kenya way before I came to TikTok, way before even Facebook became an active space where people could actually talk about and discuss things. I have worked with women for so many years. Sawa, and despite the fact that the same women still try to pull me down, I've never given up on women. I still work with them, I still hold their hands, I am pro-women, and I will not stop. Because I understand what patriarchy has done to women. So it's important that I make some things clear. Now, the person I'm going to be responding to particularly, because I passed by that live and I listened to Bamburi Cement Akaati talking and claiming that Mimi Diana, I hijacked the My Dress, My Choice campaign, that I was not the pioneer of the My Dress, My Choice campaign. Guys, let me tell you something. Diana Ross Atieno Okello was the person that started the My Dress, My Choice movement. And it started like this. On a page called Kilimani Moms, when women were being stripped naked in Kenya and they were being abused, sexually assaulted. TikTok, please, this live is going to contain content that may be a bit triggering, because we're going to talk about violence against women in Kenya. Please protect this live. There were incidences where women were being stripped because of the way that they were dressed. People were being stripped in matatus. People were being stripped in the streets, and they were being attacked and sexually assaulted. That time, Kilimani Moms was the bomb, the group that was the bomb on Facebook. Kilimani Moms was the bomb, and it was run, and the admin of that group was called Andrea Boschat, I think, Andrea. And we used to have discussions just like we have discussions here on TikTok. And people are going back and forth. Oh, what should we do? What should we do? These women are being stripped. What can we do to make this change? What can we do? And we kept on discussing. And then one morning, Diana, I made a post on Kilimani Moms. And I made a post asking women that we need to put this government accountable. That we need to make sure that this government can protect women. That is what I did. I put up that post on Kilimani Moms. And I wrote that post and I asked women to join me in the streets so that we can protest against the abuse and the stripping of women in Kenya. That was the post that I made. And that post was supported by women. And that post went viral. You understand how my dress, my choice started? So when this post went viral and people started seeing what is going on and people started supporting, everybody was like, we are doing this, we are doing this, we are doing this. And that is how I pioneered the first protest ever for my dress, my choice. That slogan, mimi mwenyewe Diana, I am the one that came with it. Me. And I'm not denying the fact that there were other women that were involved after I started that post. There were other women. But they came in after I put up that post and asked women to go on the streets. You cannot do protest on your own. You've got to collaborate with other women. And that is what happened on Kilimani Moms. Sawa sawa. So after we started that movement and everything, other stakeholders joined in. Other stakeholders, other women rights activists, other organizations for women joined in to support the work that we were doing. Unaelewa? And then there was so many people. Ati Mutula Kilonzo, nonsense. Kwenda huko, let me block you. Tula Kilonzo gani anakuja kuleta hiyo slogan? Shame on you. There were other people that wanted to support from human rights organizations, even individuals. Hapo ndio sasa wanawake wakaingia hapo ndani. Hapo ndio kina Esther Passaris wakakuja. And I'm going to put up evidence here. Yes, that is when people like Ruth Knaust wakaanza kuingililia. Akina Pauline, akina nani wakaanza kuingililia. Little did I know that these people wenye walikuwa naingililia, they were coming in as individuals who wanted to actually own the movement. That is what happened. Even Boniface Mwangi came in to work with us. The first meeting we had for My Dress, My Choice was done with Boniface Mwangi's offices uko Kilimani. Uko pali yako na hizo ofisi zao. Na kina Rita Mudeu. Rita Mudeu was never an activist. She joined in as a member of Kilimani Moms. So did Ruth Knaus. They did not. So when I started doing the My Dress, My Choice campaign and I started going into the media, that is when now Ati Owiso came in with the hatred. That is the time she started bullying me. And started working with Akina Rita Mudeu, Akina Ruth Knaust, and other women, and even the Kenyan media, to try and make me not be the face of My Dress, My Choice. They started discrediting my work, started putting up posts claiming I cannot be trusted, I'm not a good person, oh blah 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 fish cake. So that is the role that Ati played, because she did not want me to be recognized for the work that I did. Sasa tuende kwa mapicha na screenshots. I'll be explaining for you pole pole, because mimi I believe in evidence. And the first attack she did was when we went to Nation Media to meet Larry Madowo for an interview. This is what happened, guys. Because evidence ni muhimu na nawambianga hii kitu kila saa. I always tell you guys, keep your records. Your records are important. That is me. This is Diana Ross and Larry Madowo, and one of the ladies that came in to support the work for My Dress, My Choice. This is Lillian. Her name is Lillian. Munasikia vizuri? On this day, after the post that I made on Facebook about My Dress, My Choice and women going on the street had gone viral, it was global. Everybody was talking about My Dress, My Choice globally. So we went to Nation Media because we were invited by Nation Media Group to go and have an interview. Then Mildred Owiso ati Bamburi Cement started putting up posts to bully me and body shame me, and they started saying how much I was big at Rita Mudeu. Rita Mudeu is not the founder. She was just a member of Kilimani Moms. She came in as a member of Kilimani Moms. She will never be the founder of My Dress, My Choice, and will never ever take that credit from me. And I'm repeating it here to her. That was my idea and I gave birth to it in a post. And they decided to come and hijack it. On this day, when we went for this interview, Rita Mudeu and Lillian collaborated with Mildred Owiso Ati and Ruth Knaus to start body shaming me on Facebook. And then they ended up saying that time Larry Madowo used to do this interview with people sitting on small chairs and benches, because of course you guys know I was overweight. And this woman here, Lillian, came and told Larry that, oh, Diana cannot do this thing because she's what? She's too big to be on the chair. She's too big to sit with you on the chair. That is what she said. That is what happened. And the trolling began. Unasikia? So if Rita Mudeu was the pioneer, why was she not here? What was I doing there if she was the pioneer? This was one of those interviews. By the way, listen, after they went viral and I started being sent for those things, I didn't even do it, my friend. I ended up not doing that interview. I dropped it immediately. Larry Madowo asked me, are you sure you don't want to do this? I said, no, I don't want to do it. This is what is happening on Facebook. And he's like, no, Diana, you need to do this. Even if people are doing this, you need to do it. I said, no, I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. Those days, bado sikuwa nimejua kudeal na trolls vizuri. So I let go of that one. Nikasema, sitaki kudeal na trolls na sitaki kutrolliwa tena. They did not stop. They continued. Let me put number 2. Si mnataka what happened? Now, that is me and Esther Passaris on the day that we were going to actually do the protest for My Dress, My Choice. Tukiwa pale, Esther Passaris alituingiza kwa meeting in a hotel and told us that she really was interested in working together with us. Mimi, I never even sidelined these women. These women were organizing behind the scenes. walikuwa wananichimba huko nyuma kwa scenes, au wanawake, nitawawekea uso zao hapa, na sikukuwa nimejua. Of course I used to hear the things, but nilikuwa tu zile za listen, this is for all Kenyan women. I don't wanna fight this. I don't want to look like I'm fighting it, but they continued the trolling. Now because of that trolling yenye ilikuwa inaenda online, that is how the BBC reached out to me, BBC and CNN, and I explained to them. Sasa tuendelee. Tulikuwa hapo. Listen, mimi bado mjinga Diana, na mimi black hapo. Huyu ni Rita. BBC tulienda naye, mimi na ujinga wangu bado nilimbeba, tukaenda na yeye. Sikukuwa nimejua kitu anafanya. Nilimbeba. Huyu ni Rita kwa hapo kando. Ngoja kwanza niweke picha vizuri ionekane. Let me put a picture that is visible. I don't know which one it is. I can put that is visible. Wait, I'm looking for a picture that is visible. Yeah. Acha nilete picha mzuri. Na by the way, sina shida. This is me when I was bigger, by the way. I'm very okay with putting up my pictures. Mnaona, sijui kama hii inaonekana. Woi. Yeah, waliandika ati yeye ndio founder na mimi siko, na mimi ndio niko hapa. Unaona hata hiyo shati, the day the shirt was launched for my dress my choice, I'm the one that was having that shirt. That is me. Unaona Ruth ako kwa background uko nyuma, and this is Lillian. Spoleni, these are all pictures, so unajua pengine zitaonekana vizuri. So these women went and rewrote, they tried to rewrite and take credit for the work that I did. This was me when the day the shirt was launched for my dress my choice. This is Lillian on the side, and uko nyuma huyo ndio Ruth Knaust. That is what happened hapa, unajua. So it was a group of women that were working together on social media collectively, unasikia, to make sure ati Diana amekuwa sidelined. Well, this was a movement that I started peke yangu. I put up the post that started my dress my choice. This slogan was from Diana Ross, this slogan, and then other women joined in. Tuendelee, si tunaongelelea my dress my choice. Because the truth is important, we need to put the truth out in pictures. That is me. Hapo. Yes. Endelea bado. And these were my old pictures, of course, and I feel nothing. I was way bigger na siku niko sawa. Kuwaekea, mkipenda muziweke, mfanye kenye mnataka kufanya. I feel nothing. Let me put for you another one. That was, yeah, that was me talking in the streets, in the movement. Now acha niwaekee ingine. Anasema ati hao ndio walia. Ni mimi hapo. Mimi nilikuwa mnono hivyo. Yes, I was. That was me. Mweke, mfanye nayo bullying. I have no shame of my journey. That was me. Now, tunaendelea bado. Now, wait. That was me with Phoebe Asio. Acha niwaekee ingine. Wanasema hao ndio ati pioneers wa my dress my choice. Chekesha. Aya. Let me put for you a picture here so that you understand what happened with my dress, my choice vizuri. Ngoja niweke. Sijui kama itatokea. Now guys, this was me when I received the award for pioneering my dress, my choice. I want to see where Rita was awarded. This was me when I was awarded as Kenya's most influential women, top 40 under 40 Kenyan women, for spearheading the My Dress, My Choice movement. This was me. When nation media and the international media understood the trolling that was happening, nation media itself decided to award me. They did give me this honor for spearheading the movement. There was no Rita Mudeu. There was no other Ruth. They understood what the trolling was. Thank goodness to Larry Mado. Asante sana. Without Larry Mado understanding what trolling is, I would not have reached BBC. I would not have reached CNN. Ati worked with women to try and derail me. She worked tirelessly. They tried to discredit me. They tried to take the work away from me. But nation media awarded me. They did, plus other stakeholders in that event. And I was awarded this for being Kenya's top 40, under 40 most influential women at that time, for spearheading the movement of My Dress, My Choice. So where is Rita Mudeu? Where is Ruth Knast? Wako wapi? Ndio wanasema eti yao ndio wali spearhead the movement. If you spearheaded the movement, why were you not given this award? Why? Aya, wacha niweke ingine. Tunaenda polepole. Tukatokea mpaka kwa magazeti. Tulikuwa magazetini. Tulikuwa magazetini hapa. We were all in the nini. Yes. With other women that were awarded for different things. There we are. We were published in the newspapers and everywhere. After receiving these awards, there were different women. By the way, the funny thing is that most of these women who were awarded here, most of them went to Kenya High School. I was also in Kenya High School. Most of them walikuwa hapa, walienda Kenya High School. Women that worked hard to change the lives of women. Others did a lot of things, groundbreaking work in the medical industry. They did a lot of things. Watu walikuwa hapo wengi wako different. Wengine walikuwa na excel in education. My award was for activism. Tuendelea hapa because we are talking about my dress, my choice. I'm going to show you guys something. Now when we did my dress, my choice, there were petitions that were written and they were taken to the Supreme Court. Guys, acheni niwaoneshe. This is me, Diana, taking the written petition that was taken to the Supreme Court. Munasikia? The petition that was written and taken to the Supreme Court, that part of that petition that I wrote tukiwa pamoja with other members of parliament is what was adopted into the security bill in Kenya and became law that today protects women from being stripped because of their dressing in Kenya. Today, if you strip any woman naked because of her dressing and attack her because of her dressing, you can go to jail for up to 25 years. We sat down and wrote it. This was the day I presented that petition. This is the Supreme Court in Kenya. We sat down with legislators. And I'm going to put for you pictures. So when these women were busy trolling, There were parliamentarians that were inviting me to sit down, and we did the work. We were writing and we were talking, thinking about how to change and to help the women of Kenya. What can be done through legislation? I was a part of that. And I'm bringing you pictures. Ndio muone. Unasikia? This is me with Millie Mabona on the day when we were talking about the rights of women and when women were being stripped. Baby Toto, wacha ni kumute, ni kublock, uende ukaulize swali picha ni za nini. Ndio hiyo hapo. Enda ukaulize kwa platform nyingine. When we sat down with women on this particular day, hapo, that is Millie Mabona in parliament. Kwa cafeteria hapo, wacha nilete ingine. Because a lot of you like talking. Aya, hapo tukiwa parliament na wanawake wengine, tukiwa parliament. Okay, so when they were busy trolling on Facebook, as we were busy making what we were making to protect Kenyan women in writing so that it becomes legislation. So I am here to say it again, and I am not embarrassed, and I never will be. Na nitaweka hapa ndio watu waone ya kwamba mimi Diana, I will never allow anyone to write my story. Never. Here ilikuwa sisi na Anne Waiguru and other women. Okay, when we went to talk about these things, we were invited actually to State House. These women don't even know these things happened. Hawajui. We had gone to mobilize and talk about the issues of women. After we did the My Dress My Choice, ikaisha, kelele zikazidi, I still did not stop. Then came Mugo Wairimu. Then I started again. I put up a post and I said, dear women, let us go to the street, because Mugo Wairimu was the doctor that was actually anadrag wanawake na anawabaka. Then we started the anti-rape protest in Kenya. Diana Rose started that anti-rape protest in Kenya. Mimi mwenyewe nilianzisha una post. And after I started that anti-rape protest, unaona nani yuko hapa? They came here. These women, they came. This is Rita, this is Ruth, this is the late nani. Mnajua huyu msichana mwenye alikufa, nani? Alikuwa anaitwaje? Huyu msichana Mkisii, politician. What was her name? You guys, do you remember her? This lady. No. There was a lady Mkisii. Aki gosh, I'm forgetting her name. Well, she was my friend. There was a lady Mkisii. Lady msichana mwingine Mkisii. Sasa nasahau jina ya huyu msichana. Rita ni huyu wa kwanza. This is the day when I did the anti-rape protest. Hapo pia walikuwa wanataka kukua part of it. Mimi nikawaangalia tu, nikasema okay, come on, if you wanna join. Wakakuja, lakini hapo nilishakuwa mjanja. Mimi nilisema nobody is gonna play with me or take credit for my work. Haitawezekana. Ilikuwa tunawaangalia pole. This is me when we did no means no. When I was talking to the media, this is Diana. Here, the protest, when we did the anti-rape protest against Mugo Wairimu. Walikuja pia hapo, but there was no nafasi ya drama mingi. Niliwapatia welcome and that was it. This is me in the streets of Nairobi. So you want to know my work in Kenya? Mnasema sikuwa nimefanya kazi yote Kenya. Now we continued. The protest was good. It was big. It was huge. Watu walijaa kabisa. This is us in the streets of Nairobi. Tuko pale kwa streets. Unaona? Cheni waeke ingine. Do you see me here? Naona hapo in the streets of Nairobi. Anti-rape protests. When we are here, we must hold rapists accountable. We must do everything. This was a protest that I organized, me mwenyewe. And other women came in, and other stakeholders like Tika, every other people who wanted, they came in and they joined in and supported us as we went to the street. Now, tukaendelea bado tu tuko hapo tu kwa hizo streets. Wacha niwaoneshe picha ingine tukiwa kwa street. I don't know if this can show me. Nilikuwa mahali hapa. I don't know if this can show my picture. Yeah, inioneshi sana. Ni sionekani, but I don't know kama hii inaonekana. Look at that. Mnaona? Women came out in large numbers when we did these protests. So I have organized 2 large protests in Nairobi, and all of them were successful thanks to women who came and supported, and stakeholders that were part of the protest who came to support and give us the support that we needed. Thank you very much. Aya, ndio huyo hapa mimi nikiwa hapa. This was mic we got from Tika. We were talking to the crowds, getting ready to go on the streets. Okay, this is us. Yeah, exactly. Cecilia Mwangi, Dr. Shako and Dr. Osamong. Yes, those are the people we were nominated with. Hapa tukiwa kwa street, tunataka kuenda sasa kupiga hiyo kelele. Tulikuwa ready. Acha niweke picha ingine. Hii ni hiyo anti-rape protest. So I will talk to you about the other work that I also do in Kenya. Now, tukatoka huko kwa anti-rape protest, guys. Tukaingia kwa another movement that mimi siku spearhead this movement, but this was when we were talking about the 2/3 gender rule. We went to the streets to talk about the 2/3 gender rule and the need for women to get representation in Kenya. We were on the streets with other women when the 2/3 gender rule issue and the protests came. They were organized by other people. We were just a part of it. Mimi siku spearhead. Unaona? Here we are petitioning the president in Nairobi. Mr. President, do you stand with women on 2/3? This was the 2/3 gender rule protest. Tulikuwa kwa street. We were moving around the street talking about issues of women. Unasikia? So mimi, I was always, when I was in Kenya, I always did and was part of protests. Always. Sawa. Now, let's go to more personal work that I have done. So I've talked to you about the protests that I have taken part in, and I'm going to tell you guys, there is no day anybody can try to take credit for my work. It cannot happen. It will never happen. I will tell my story by myself. Nobody can tell my story for me. This is my story. Ni yangu na nitaisema by myself. Nobody will tell it for me. That is what will happen. Sasa, we are going to other work that I have done in Kenya. Ndio muelewe. Because when I was talking about giving out uniforms at Wikoonje Primary School, a lot of people were like, oh, hiyo wiko nje ni shule gani? Now guys, that is me giving out uniforms at Wikoonje Primary School in Riwa. That is me, Diana, giving uniforms. Hizo ni uniforms. We gave uniforms to 300 pupils in Wikoonje Primary School. Sawa, that is the work that we did. This is me with other students when we were talking about sexual reproductive health. We were talking with girls and children, girls. This was in State House Girls. I was invited to actually talk to them. Now, that is me dancing with students after we had distributed books in Dhiwa. Yes, hiyo ni mimi nikidance na hao watoto kama tumesha distribute vitabu in Dhiwa in another school in Ratanga. There are the students pali tulikwenda kupeleka vitabu. Tunaendelea tu, hapo walikuwa wanatudansia. They were dancing for us. Now, this is Wikoonje Primary School. I took sanitary towels there. Mnaona? These are the Wikoonje Primary where we took sanitary towels. Tulipeleka towels kwa watoto wasichana wa shule. Bado tunaendelea, nitawaonesha two pictures pole pole. Okay, now that's me with Susan Kidero. Alikuwa ameni-invite kwa event yake niongeleshe wale watoto wenye walikuwa selected kwa Zawadi Foundation. Tulikuwa tumeenda huko invited. That's me and Susan Kidero. Tunaenda tu pole pole. This is another school pali nilienda kuongea huko Kibira and to distribute sanitary towels, talk about sexual reproductive health and menstrual hygiene in Kibira. This is the same me working and talking with women in Kibira. Sawa. That is Diana Rose in Kibira talking and working with women in Nairobi. Tukiwa na hao. Hapa tulikuwa tumeenda kwa stakeholders meeting when we were talking about FGM in Turkana. These women are from Turkana. And we were at the Intercontinental Hotel and we were talking about FGM and the need for this was the time when FGM it was being discussed in parliament na ikakuwa nini? Ikakuwa made illegal in Kenya. Sawa. Tumeelewana hapo? Now, hizi ndio part of the uniforms vile tulifika. Uniforms hapo, uniforms zenye tulitoa Wikoonje Primary School. Those are the uniforms tulitoa Wikoonje. Bado tunaendelea Wikoonje. This is me giving out uniforms in Wikoonje. These are the students of Wikoonje na mimi nikiwa na hao pale Ndhiwa. That is the school. Nikiwa na hao. The women and that I was talking to at that time, the mothers, tukiwa pale na watoto wakivaa uniforms zenye tulikuwa tumedistribute. This is the work that I was doing in Kenya and I still do. Now I want to go into the sanitary towel ndio muelewe vile ilianza. First of all, I want to tell you that we managed to mobilize sanitary towels from the United States of America. We mobilized over 15,000 sanitary towels that were coming from all the states in America. All the states in America, women that I influenced after putting up a post on my Facebook, and I told them, Kenya needs sanitary towels. We need sanitary towels. Can you help? Are you able to help? These women out of nowhere started talking to each other all over the world. They started talking to each other, sending each other messages saying, oh my God, how are we going to help this woman? She needs sanitary towels for her country. There are children who need sanitary towels in Kenya. So guess what these women did? they decided to talk to each other and then they mobilized the sanitary towels. Wacha niwapatie mapicha hapa muelewe. Now this is in the backyard of a woman in Chicago. This woman in Chicago was in her neighborhood asking neighbors to bring sanitary towels, guys. So wanawake walikuwa wanatoka wanakuja wanaleta sanitary towels kwa backyard yake. Alafu she was packing them and sending them to Kenya. For me, this is among the bunch of the sanitary towels that came in. Unaelewa? Wacha niwaoneshe mapicha zingine muone how they did it. It was an amazing thing. I don't even know what to tell you guys how this happened. It was so big, so huge. Hata mpaka wa leo mimi huona. Aya, this is another woman. Look at that. This was collected in Boston. Unaona? Huyu hapa aliconnect 5,000. In Boston alone we had 5,317. Unasikia? Hii alikuwa anasema Columbus live will. Wacha kwanza ni verify hii live. Wait guys. Unaona? So this is just one person, yani ilikuwa each and every state, and we had almost 9 states collecting sanitary towels. Walikuwa wanazicollect, wanaweka pamoja, wanaweka pamoja. It was big guys. By the time the sanitary towels zilikuwa zinakuja kwangu, yani zilikuwa shocking. So they collected state by state and then they were sending it to Kenya. Sasa wacha niwaoneshe how they arrived. Ndio muone vile sanitary towels zilikuwa zinakuja. Mnaona? Ona? You see how they were arriving? From FedEx, these women were packing. They were packing and showing us like it was just crazy. Everything was coming like, you know, they were packing, they were sending everybody bunch. Wanapack wakituma. They were coming through FedEx, Evo. Cha niwaoneshe wengine. Yani it was a whole bunch. Unaona? This was from another state, ona? Zinakuja. Yani there were so many hata unashangaa sasa ufanye namna gani. Ayaona? Ona? Look at that guys. Just look at that. Packing from all over America. Women mobilized, walijitokeza na nguvu yao yote wakakuja kupatiana their support for the work that I was doing in Kenya. And in total we managed to take sanitary towels to over 18 schools in Nyanza, because we received more than 20,000 sanitary towels. It was crazy guys. We had to give out pads even we gave out pads even in special needs schools. Let me show you a picture here. In fact there is a school tulienda kupatiana pads tukiwa na Jacqueline Ombeo. Tulienda Joyland tukiwa na yeye. I think acha nitafute hiyo picha. Yeah, hapa. Mnaziona? I took her to one of my events to distribute the sanitary towels. Umeelewa? So that is it. So we gave, yeah, Joyland Kisumu. We gave Joyland Kisumu also. Na Joyland Kisumu ndo tulienda na Jacqueline Ombewa. Tukapatiana sanitary towels huko. Unasikia? Hivyo ndo tulikuwa tunapatiana, like we gave, it was huge, it was humongous, it was a big movement. Now, after we started doing this and that and everything that was happening, sasa, there was a minister that invited me to her office and she gave me sanitary towels. This one, I was taking sanitary towels again to Ndeiwa. She gave me sanitary towels, 4,000 pieces. I'm not going to mention her name, but I was in her office here receiving the sanitary towels. And all of those were distributed to schools. Acha niwaoneshe ingine. This was us, sanitary towels. Zilikuwa mingi, ilibidi tuzipangishe chini kwa floor kwangu kwa nyumba yangu. It was crazy. Unaona? It was raining sanitary towels. Now let me show you the places that we took look at that. This is when we went to buy the towels in some places. Some people were donating money, so we had to go. Naona kama our. That was all the work, all the sanitary towels continuing. Bado zinaendelea. Others were donating money, we were buying. It was crazy. It was a frenzy. Some people from Europe, US, everyone just donating everything. It was just. Then we went to distribute. Unaniona hapo na watoto nikidistribute sanitary towels. That is me distributing sanitary towels to girls. Hapo nikiwa na wasichana. Went into their classrooms, we were giving them sanitary towels. And that is what we did when I was in Kenya. That is the work that I did. Unasikia? And you see, I had you know, my Okoa dada was barely 5 months old. If you read this article, unasikia? And I said I aimed to be in parliament in 2017. Chekesha, Aibuu mnichekeleeni kidogo. But I did not. Instead, I chose to come to the US at that time. Now, this time when I decided to use a part of my house to be a rescue for women, watu walikuwa nakuja kwangu, wanafanya nini? Wana find refuge. They would call me when they have been abused, they've been violated, and I created space in my home for women that were running from abuse to come into my home. Hiyo pia kina Ati walipinga wakasema sina shelter nini, wakaanza bullying. The bullying was continuous. Hiyo haikuisha, iliendelea tu hivyo. Umeelewa? It never stopped. Umeelewana? Hapa ni mimi na hii tumba yangu kubwa tukifanya anti-jiga campaign. There are so many jigas in Dhiwa, guys. So you need to understand, we did an anti-jiga campaign. Tulikuwa tunaosha watu jigas, tunatoa jigas kwa watu. We did a huge anti-jiga campaign in Dhiwa. It ran for almost 1 year continuously, and it never ever stopped. We continued to do that work until I left. Sawa. Now, listen guys. When I left Kenya, I had already started networking with international media organizations. I stopped going to Kenyan media. I was not making appearances there because it was pointless and useless. Mimi, I was on media ya inaitwaje international. Here the media had come to my house to do, unaona cameraman alikuwa amekuja kwangu. They came to do an interview with me. And they did it in my house in Greenfields. Hapa nilikuwa napatiana sanitary towels tena kama kawaida in an event for women. It was called Peace One Day. I went there. Now, after all those things had happened, then I got my invitation to come to the United States to speak about violence against women in Kenya. And this was me at the United Nations. This was the event that I was officially invited to come and talk about at the United Nations. Unaona hapa? Miss Diana, founder Okoa Dada. So Okoa Dada is not something that I created on TikTok. It's something that started way before. And here we sat on panels with women talking about the issues of women in Kenya. I was a speaker here on March 2016. Munasikia? So si eti nilienda hapo kwa sababu eti nimeenda for fun. No, I did not go for fun. I went to actually speak about issues of women. Nasikia? Na ndio mimi hapo at the United Nations nikitaka kutoa presentation yangu. This is what happened before. This was the minister, Liberian Minister for Gender and Affairs. There she is. Before I did my presentation just then. Now, this was a minister from Ukraine, I think, if I remember. And we sat with her before I did my presentation at the United Nations. This was Millie Mabona and I just before I started my presentation. She has always supported me. She has always supported my work. This was me and Millie Mabona in New York. Now, this was me at the United Nations just before I came in for my presentation at the United Nations. Sawa. So that's why I say some people here, there are tables that I have sat on, they cannot sit. Na siisemangi kwa madharau. I say it because it's the truth. Sawa. Not because nina wadharau. No. Naisema kwa sababu hiyo ndio ukweli wa mambo. And that is just something they cannot take away from me. Sawa. Sio kwa madharau ama nini, ni ukweli tu wa mambo and the way things are. It's the truth and that truth, you know, you cannot take it away. It will always be there. It cannot be changed. It remains there and nobody and nothing can ever take it away. Sawa. So, hapa it was me. Yes, nilikuwa mnono receive my award for top 40 under 40 Kenya most influential women. That was me. Wapi Rita hapa? Why was she not awarded if she started the movement? Thank goodness there are people who saw my work and awarded my work, and people saw the honor in the work that I did. I commend them. This was a newspaper article. Advocating for the rights of women is my passion. There are so many newspaper articles I could show you. Huyu ni mimi nikiwa mdogo. This was me the year that I got married, guys. I was very, very slim. So don't be shocked. This is 2003. Sawa. Ni mimi tu. Nikiwa bado niko inaitwaje? Yeah, this is me in 2003. So a lot of you say, oh, listen, guys. This was me in 2003. I gained weight. Nilikuwa Gen Z. I gained weight after so many things happened. Unajua, kupata watoto, kuzaa, kukula, kila kitu, vitu mingi sana. So this was me in 2003. So anyway, a little bit of the reason why nimekuja hapa kuambia hizi vitu ni kwa sababu, guys, people need to accept when someone give credit where it is due. This is me na Esther Passaris when we were doing and going to planning to go on the streets. Hapa ni mimi na Esther Passaris. So listen, guys, I wanted to tell you something. Never ever allow anybody to tell your story. Mimi Diana, I tell my story in my own words, with pictures and evidence. There is nothing I ever did in Kenya that I never documented, and I tell people every day, documentation is so important. Keep records of your work, because the record of your work can never be disputed by anybody, anywhere. You can never ever dispute, you can never ever go and say that is not, this is me, this is Diana. And that is the work I did in Kenya before I came here to the United States. So for you who keep on saying, oh, hakuna kitu alikuwa nafanya, my friend, mimi I have worked in Kenya and I still continue to do it. Hata kama siweki public, I do it chini ya maji. So this is something I have always been passionate about, and I understand, and I will continue to do. Sexual reproductive health, issues of sanitary towel, menstrual health, violence against women, those are things that I have always been passionate about, and I continue to talk about, and I will never stop. Sawa. So that money that you saw also giving is going to go into these courses, because this is something I have done, and there is result, and there is evidence, and I know the impact. Sawa. So wewe ati ukikuja hapa kujaribu kudanganya ati oh, she was not the pioneer. If I was not the pioneer, why was I given top 40 under 40 women? What for? What was the award for? Ebu niambie, why was I given this award? This was me receiving my award for being Kenya's most influential women, top 40 under 40 women, because of the work that I did in Kenya. Okay? And listen, so when I talk about CBOs, and when I talk about organization, just know that I'm coming from a place of experience. I talk about things that I am aware of, things that I have done, things that I have been a part of, things that I have initiated. So I know what I'm saying. When I was talking about CBOs here, I was talking about what I know and understand, things that I have gone through myself. When I talk about sustainability, when I talk about impact, when I talk about funding, I understand what I'm talking about, because I have been on the ground. And I have worked with women, and I understand how betrayal works in the circles where women are. But that cannot stop me from continuing to do my work for women. It will not. Even if they continue punching, even if they continue betraying, you don't stop doing work that requires people to benefit just because there are a few noises out there. You keep working and you keep walking. That is what is required. Never giving up. Sawa. Sasa nimewaambia mwenye wanataka sasa kupinga wakuja wafanye nini, wapinge. I have come here with my pictures and everything, and I've not done it because I want to prove anything to you. No, I have done it so that I own my work. That was my work and I own it. It was not Rita Mudeu who started my Dress My Choice. It was me, Diana Ross, and other women came in to join, which I welcome. And I give credit to the women who came in to join, because you cannot do a movement by yourself. But I championed it, I pioneered it. The first post that I made and called women to go to the street was by Diana Ross. That slogan was from me. And I will forever take credit for it. Sawa. Anybody that tries to discredit my work, I will always come and shut it down, because I put sweat and effort to actually make sure that I even made women understand that they needed to recognize that what was happening to them was abuse. So you can never ever discredit my work. My work can never be discredited. Thank you, Kikuyu Finest. Sawa. Hiyo ndio nimekuja hapa kuambia ati that you can't. You've tried for so many years, but you can never discredit my work. It will forever be on the record. Sawa. Na hakuna kitu naweza fanya about it. Sasa turudi kwangu tena wait. So wenye wanaulizia Wikoonje primary school, wait, this is Wikoonje, guys. This is Wikoonje primary school, the school that I talked about, that I support. Hapa ndio tulitengeneza, those are the students. Nasikia watu wakisema hiyo Wikoonje ni shule gani? This is Wikoonje, guys. These are the students when we went to take the sanitary towels and everything. And this is the same school where I took the uniforms. Ndio hizo. Na hapo tukipatiana, na hapo ndio students wakiwa hapo wamefurahi, wazazi wa students tukipatiana na kila kitu. So that is what happened. So mimi nilikuja kusema that story in short forms, in pictures. Sawa? Ndio mtu asikuja hapa kufungua mdomo. We, kama unataka kufanya kazi Kenya, go and do it. Mimi, I have evidence of my work in Kenya and nothing can change that. Sawa? So that is what I wanted to nini. Na hii kitu inatolewa aje? Hii background tunaweza kuitoa namna gani? Because sasa nashindwa niitoe namna gani. How do I take this background up? How are you? Okay. So umeona sasa imetoka. Hi how are you doing? Thank you. Na siku na nini wengi kwa hii live wanaitwaje? Jill sasa. Hebu nione huyu nani anatuma request. Huyu ni nani? Ala? Yaani mtu hataki kuongea. Sio ni strange? Oh, ni yeye. Woi.
So thank you so much guys for viewing this video. Thank you for watching to the end. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and put on the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Goodbye.